Hey everyone, welcome back to PRKD Media's coverage of the Okthrowberfest 2023. This is the back 10 holes, the final holes of the tournament, starting to get really interesting. I'm Blake Houston and I'm joined here with
Connor Donnelly. How you doing, everyone?
Very exciting front 10 holes to the second round. It's got really interesting, it's quite tight, scores are very close. Me and Mr. Noisen have tied it up, and Rob is in position to attack on the back 10 holes.
Yeah, we've got a real good opportunity here for a three-man battle in MPO over in WA, which is always a good fun event. And here we are on hole 11. We look to turn right up the hill. It's a par 4, 177. Plays quite a substantial amount longer than that. Looking to land your drive somewhere around the drone flight now. Give yourself a look down the tunnel to throw a straight shot, landing around that big tree, and give yourself a putt for the birdie 3.
Yeah, by no means is this a must get. It's definitely a bonus birdie. It's not one you're looking to birdie most of the time. We'll see if anyone can birdie it here in the back 10, because you'll definitely be getting strokes on other players in the field. Alex with that Scorpius again.
And, is that going to be a little bit too pinched off on the left-hand side there?
Yeah, there's sort of some shrubbery growing out of the tree on the left of the tunnel. He's just past that. It'll be a little bit obstructed, but he's definitely going to have a line into the pin.
Yeah, and Rob doesn't quite get the turn on this disc that he's looking for. He'll find himself out on hole 14's fairway, potentially looking at playing around the back into the secret entrance towards the green.
Yeah, it's one we probably haven't seen on coverage before, but there's definitely a play out to the left side. You don't plan to play it out there, but you are able to get up and down if you're out on the left side. There's a little bit of low ceiling, might be tough to see. Don't know how much of his shots will actually get a look at, but it is possible definitely to get up and down from there.
Noisy got himself a little bit on that left side, but won't be in too much of trouble. As you throw a really nice turn over here, pushing up towards the mouth, getting yourself into a very nice position for the birdie.
Yeah.
And here we have Rob's second, playing out through this back door.
He's gone. That's not... Usually when you're out there, you play the forehand further up on the left and come in later.
Come in sort of right as the basket.
But yeah, I don't know. Rob seems to be going to his backhands and avoiding the forehands. So he's sort of gotten into the tree, so he'll have something. Noisy with the forehand, just a little bit left. Kicks off a tree. Okay, this is tougher than what I thought for Alex, but he does have that bush that has come into play here.
Yeah, a shot that most of us have all thrown a handful of times and rarely ever gotten it right.
Yeah, we've all thrown that shot, but none of us have ever done it that perfectly. That is...
Absolutely not. That's a great shot.
Throw a forehand which holds straight, which somehow turns over at the same time to check up right next to the pin. It's certainly nothing less than a talent.
He's a skillful young man, he's Alex, and hopefully we'll see him have a much tidier final 10 than he has maybe the first half of this event so far. Here we'll have Rob's third from where he played back into the fairway from. Chips it up really nicely.
Yeah.
Taking that, is that an AVRX3, that yellow putter?
Not 100% sure. I have a feeling it might actually be a Berg. Rob does throw his Berg. Yeah, I feel like the Berg definitely quite a popular disc around, I want to say, the country.
Yep, absolutely.
Over the last couple of years, a couple of people would have put in the bag, and now everyone seems to lean to it. Yep. I personally don't. I believe you do. You throw the Berg.
I've always been a Berg aficionado, thanks to Riley Ingall's suggestion of 2021 becoming the year of the Berg, and the man was not wrong. Everyone had one by the end of 2021.
Yeah, well, Bergs may have been useful for that upshot for Rob on hole 11, but I don't see the Berg coming into use on hole 12 here.
Not unless there's a big roller off the tee. This is a two-shot air shot hole. Can be reached with an aggressive roller, as Alex is looking to do here.
Yeah, speaking of a big roller off the tee, Alex putting an absolute move on this one, and it doesn't want to flip over.
Stop before the green.
It's curled up
at
the green. Yeah. Group decision on that was safe. He was just off the side of the green. with the green rules we have here at Mundaring, and he'll be looking at a jumper.
Yeah, it's impressive. And your roller gets a good way down there, but curls off a little bit to the left-hand side.
Yeah, a bit of a weird reaction off the ground, but look, I'm not complaining. It's way down there. It's travelled full distance of the fairway. It's just not in the right direction.
Yep. You might have some low ceiling to contend with over there, but otherwise a routine upshot should be available for you. Rob stalling out a little bit and ending up on the wood edge.
Noisy opting for the forehand, which was the common play at the WA Open with the OB. He's chose a straight gap. He's gone the flex, but it's just turned over a little bit too much. He definitely has the shot from here, but it's not where you want to be. Bit pinched off. Another flex. Oh, maybe that tree came into play in the follow through. Looked like he jabbed at it rather than following through.
Yeah, not quite.
Forehand from Rob here.
Yeah, it's got some distance on it, pulling up in those trees on the short right-hand side. He'll have a similar look that he had in the first round, sort of 20-25 metre range. As you throw on very nice forehand here up to inside circle.
Yeah, I had that little bit of low ceiling that you were talking about, but didn't seem to be an issue. Noisy, do you reckon that was a entropy?
I would say it was his entropy there, yep.
Yeah.
Not quite getting as much height as he would have liked, and
yeah, it's not an easy approach at all, because there is the little bit of bush short. You can easily skip over it and find yourself parked, and you can also just get caught in that. Alex with the provisional here, just in case we took a photo of the disc on the green.
Yep.
Just in case it was called OB, took it to the TD after, but there was no issues with that one. He was safe, took his first shot, and Alex will have an easy birdie as Noisy cashes a big putt from edge of circle to save the par.
Yep. He'll be pretty happy with that one walking off, as he's probably not played this hole quite the way he would have liked, so he'll still walk away with the par. He'll be happy, as you will be too, walking away with your nice birdie 3.
Yeah.
So playing in a much more conventional manner, and we have the almost eagle bid birdie there from Alex.
Yeah, it would have been more interesting with an eagle though.
Oh yeah, I would have liked to see the facial reactions of people finding out he's eagled that.
Yeah, disappointing from Alex there.
Yeah. Stepping up onto hole 13, it's 155 metre downhill, par 4. We have the OB sand scrape on the left. There's a mandatory on the trees on the right-hand side that you might just pass left of. Keep your disc in the fairway. You've got a lot of sloping behind the green, so try to land soft with a slower disc is ideal. Or if you want to get really aggressive, you can go for the eagle down the straight tunnel. You're going to see most people throw this smart bailout hyzer, skipping into a prime position in the fairway, just like Alex has demonstrated for you there. And he'll have a nice routine up shot for his birdie.
Yeah, I'll be looking to follow that line from Alex. Maybe even try to push a little bit further just to give myself that shorter up shot. I've left it inside, but it's going to get that massive skip that it always does off the water catchment. Just like I said, a little bit further than Alex. Just can't let him have that long drive. Sorry, bud. But yeah, once again in position. Rob choosing that straight gap. Looks about perfect here. He's going to go ahead and one up, take the long drive off me. See if Noisy can go ahead and steal the long drive.
He's looking at that safer hyzer line.
I don't think he wants much of it. Just put himself in position to hopefully get up and down for the birdie. It is a very scary approach. You do have the sandscape green short left, but also the ground down near the pin is quite slidey and skippy, likely to get rollaways, so you're looking for a nice speed-controlled shot. Noisy's pushed a little bit right, but he's going to leave himself with a putt.
And Alex coming out of his hand a little bit on the inside there, pushing the left side and getting a bit of a roll away from the basket. Not exactly what Alex is wanting to do there.
Yeah, we're going to see that fast green really come into play.
And here's your attempt with your gummy Z-Flex zone and putting it under the pin. The advantage of nice soft flexy discs, they tend to stick a little bit better when they hit the ground.
Yeah.
Especially on an awkward green like this one. And Rob throwing a really nice.
That's definitely a berg from Rob. I think the yellow one's a berg, but I can't be 100% sure.
I think I think he's just throwing the P2 there for his up shot. That's his red P2, isn't it?
I think if he throws his P2, it's his purple putting one, I believe. I don't know, he might have 2 bergs in the bag. I think his red one is a berg. I think you might be thinking of Rob Cinquini with the red P2s.
That I am. That I absolutely
He loves to
am.
throw them, and he throws them very well. Did Rob play?
In this event, I'm fairly sure he played in MP40. Not out there this weekend. But I have been playing a few league days with him, which may be slightly confusing my knowledge of bags. But either way, we have a few tap-ins here. Rob has cleaned up for his birdie. Alex has taken his par. Noisy picking up the par. And Blake taking a very nice tap-in birdie 3.
Yeah, that one felt good. That's 3 in a row for me. Had a little dull section on the front 9, but mind is focusing on the birdies now, and game is feeling pretty good as we move into hole 14. Not much else to do other than a forehand here. Backhand's definitely in play, but if you got the forehand, I can't see why you wouldn't throw it. I threw a little bit early there. We're going to see the second forehand from Rob for the round here.
And that looks really good if it gets a nice jump.
Yeah, bit long, but no problems with that at all. He's left himself at about 6 metres. Beautiful drive from Rob.
And it is a worry with how well he's wonder as to why he's not throwing more forehands, because every time he's thrown it, it's looked really good.
Yeah.
So
Alex absolutely disgusted with that drive. Sorry, mate, you have a 7 metre putt. That's so bad, mate. Come on.
Yeah. There is no one who I've seen be quite so unhappy about making circle 1 as Alex can be. But that's the result of having high standards for yourself. He knows he can do better, and he'll be looking to do that for the rest of this round.
Yeah. Noisy pushing a little bit long here. Going to have that downhill putt. Just a little bit low. Yeah, those putts really hard to get the height, especially as he is a push putter. He can't just spin it at the same height. He's got to judge the height where it comes into land. That's why Alex is disappointed.
Yeah. Not quite feeling his circle 1 putting at the moment, so wanting to put it a bit closer, and unfortunately doesn't quite convert on his birdie there.
Yeah.
Whereas Rob and Blake, both well and truly able to convert the birdies, and you will now be sitting with a 4-stroke lead going into hole 15.
Yeah, I mean, again, nothing's over yet. It's still an exciting race. 4 strokes back, that's nothing out here at Mundaring. But yeah, I've put together a few holes of some pretty ideal disc golf. And I'm looking in a good position until I do that.
Look, I don't mean to commentate a curse you again, but as I say, you're doing really well and 4 in the lead. You throw it into first available, but that is kind of the risk of this hole. If you're trying to get aggressive, there is definitely some stuff in the way.
Yeah, as this hole is a white hole and usually a par 4, I'd be sitting in a fine position to get up and down for an easy par, but I've got a little bit of work to do. I've got about 100 metres left. It's a scary green, definitely more than what I want to leave myself on this hole. Rob's going to put it, he's going to give himself a putt as Noisy gets a bit of camera action there. Rob's left of the pin. Alex playing that flex Draco like he did in round 1, hopefully avoiding the sand green this round.
He looks to have got a lot better height on it this time.
Really good.
Last round didn't look to have gotten above knee height, and that one gets a full flex out and looks to have stalled out a little bit left side of the green here.
Maybe about 10 metres, edge of circle.
I'd guess somewhere around there.
Noisy threw this perfectly in round 1. He's going to flex out a little bit early this round. I don't think he's on the green. I think he's faded left of it. He'll be safe, looking to get his par.
Yeah, and we've got Blake throwing a forehand from his errant drive, skipping up into circle 1 and into the bullseye. So anyone who thought they were exciting, taking a stroke with a par or maybe even 2 strokes with a birdie, No. You can take a stroke with a birdie. You will not take any strokes with a par, as Blake's already there.
Go in.
Noisy
Wow.
runs it from 28 metres, 29 metres, and that was a really nice bid.
That would have had to have been a glitch, right? And just stayed in the air so long, slow. Yeah, it was online for so long and just didn't seem to get there. So go get yourself a glitch if you want to give yourself those bids from range.
Or if you're keeping up with the news, you can pick up a streamlined parachute soon. It's
Yes.
going to be a glitch without the overmold technology. So if you're not a fan of the overmold feel, keep an eye on streamlined parachute. I've already put in my pre-order with Disc Golf Warehouse. Here we have Alex taking the putt for the par. Really well cleaned up.
Great save.
It's a great putt. And that should hopefully give him a bit of confidence going into the final stretch to pick up a few birdies and finish strong.
Yeah.
And we've got Rob tapping in his par. Noisy doing the same.
Yeah, all pars on this hole. 5 to play.
5 to play, yeah. No damage done for anyone there, and walking away to the challenging hole 16. Remembering we've got the tunnel that the drone is flying through now, and then another tunnel up with those 3 trees on your left-hand side as we were driving into that tunnel there. Basket perched up on the hill. Second shot's not super long, but depending on your position, rather technical. So you can either go the shorter line, have a technical shorter up shot, or go a bit more distance off the tee and make your life a little bit easier up that back door out near those 3 trees, which Blake is aiming for right now.
Yeah, I threw it quite well in round 1. I believe we had a little bit of a headwind for round 2. It's come up with... Oh no, it's gone just as far. It just... Headwind didn't allow it to actually turn over and start moving right. It just flipped it over and it's out in the fairway. But by no means that was a bad shot. I'm in position and I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah, it's a great shot. This hole's very tough with the placement. So if you're anywhere that's got a line, you're generally a pretty happy camper. Rob going a little bit inside with this roller of his,
See if I can
and not quite making it the whole way out. Here we got Alex.
Scorpius roller, I believe.
That it is.
Yeah, there's not really much room to throw a big air shot on this hole to get into the tunnel. It's more roller or forehand, or you can play a backhand position out onto the fairway to leave yourself with the tunnel. I feel like if a couple of leaves were trimmed, if you do pure the turnover, you could get up there maybe into edge of C2. It is a long hole. By no means is it an easy eagle, but I would love to see somebody throw it on the perfect angle and get quite a bit up that tunnel.
Yeah, I would say with a few less overhanging branches and things like that, it'd definitely be possible to get yourself up towards circle 2. But as it stands, there's a lot of stuff along the ground that sort of restrict the rollers getting the whole way up there. And as you say, those overhanging branches slowing the air shots. So for now, a throw-in eagle is probably as good as we'll be looking at. But definitely on the cards.
Yeah, it looks like Noisy's roller. He found himself in the middle of the 2 gaps again. It is a very far shot to push up to that second gap, which I believe he was probably trying to do. By no means is Noisy a noodle arm. Alex is the biggest noodle arm on this card. Yeah, but I feel like, he's done pretty well.
Yep, we have a really nice upshot there from Rob. And Blake, a little bit inside on that upshot there.
Yeah, I said I was going to hit that tree before I threw it. So why other than just hit the tree? Oh well.
Note to self, future, tell yourself it's going in the basket.
Yeah. A bit low from Alex, from C2. Alex has got to be one of the best, just putters. I was going to say C2, but just one of the best putters in the country. I think today, look, he's made a couple of nice putts, but definitely not what we'd expect from Alex.
No, definitely, I would argue the worst day of putting of his I saw all year, which is unfortunate that it's one of the events that we've got getting filmed. As I can remember in a few other events earlier on, Icebreaker in particular, the dude was making every putt he had available to him. Today seems to just be one of those days for him. He'll be looking to get off his course rather quickly at the moment.
Yeah, we've all got to have those days once or twice during the year. Can't play perfect every single round.
No, but he's still doing well. He's 8 under par. He's managed to get away with another par there on a tough gold hole, and yeah, we'll move on to hole 17 here. The elevated pin on the par 3 down the hill, looking to throw either a straight, slightly turned shot with a late fade, or something low and straight, skipping through one of the gaps between the trees. Noisy looks to be finding this right side space. Stalls out a little bit and will be putting from the tree line just behind.
Yeah, he birdied in round 1. Definitely one of the tougher holes we'll be playing today. Yeah, you can't really expect to get it twice, but he should be able to get up and down for his par.
Yeah, you're always happy with this hole getting it once on a 2-round day. It's definitely a bonus pickup. There's no guarantee of your shot getting down there, even if it is exactly what you wanted it.
Yeah. Alex with the Draco, he's been leaning to it quite a bit at this tournament. He's been throwing it pretty well. He just had that one on... well, there's Commentator's Curse. We both have 2 now. 2 Commentator's Curse.
Right on cue as well.
Yeah, okay. I will stop my comment about him throwing it well. Yep. Hopefully that'll force him to throw it well on hole 18. I believe he'll probably throw it on that hole.
For the sake of Rob, he's been throwing this disc awfully all day. I'm hoping that there's some kind of negative commentators. Oh, it doesn't work either way. Okay. No. Good to know. If any comment on play results in bad play, good to know. Sorry about that one as well, Rob. I was trying to do you a nice solid.
Good line. It was just a little bit too high.
You get it a lot out here. You'll see a shot that looks almost perfect, and those final branches just stick a little bit lower than you think they do. So we'll see some nice up shots and maybe some aggressive long putts.
Work to do there, Alex. That clipped the bottom of the cage again from 30 metres. Death putt downhill elevated basket.
Looks like it's going straight in, and just both times not quite making it. Noisy with what looks to be the best look of the group.
Can he birdie it 2 from 2?
Yeah, great stroke to pick up on the field if you can. And
giving it some height, but it's good enough to just sit down, take the par. Nothing wrong with that on hole 17.
Yeah, it is one of the tougher holes out here on the blue course. The elevated pin definitely plays 9 games with some people. But not Rob at the moment. He's cleaned that one up nicely after a good birdie on the first round, and looking in a good position at 10 under par. You got yourself cleaning up a nice circle's edge putt. A little high on the basket, but basket catches it all the same.
Yep. Basket doing its job.
Yeah, we do like this one. This is one of the better baskets out there, and one of the least temperamental as far as dead centre spit outs are concerned.
Why would you say that? Is that because you installed it?
Installed it, came up with the idea for the elevated basket. Hey, mate, you can keep throwing accolades my way. But I've never birdied the hole in tournament play. So regardless of being the designer, not a hole that suits my strengths, evidently. But here's one that I definitely like and enjoy playing. What's traditional hole 17 gold, hole 18 par 3, 116. Looking for some high, wide stalling hyzers. Noisy goes for a straighter shot and comes out inside as well. So he'll be in that left side shrubbery, likely just short of the creek. So here I'm looking to go high and wide stalling, bit more straight and aggressive. What are you thinking here?
I'm thinking that just pure one straight down the middle. Let the disc do the rest of the work. This disc, Crystal Raptor, seems to work on this hole quite often. I've thrown it pretty well here. Yeah, give it a bit of width and then let it just fade down to the basket.
Yeah,
and that is ideal.
It's a very, very good position. Basically aiming at that grass tree down near the water there. As long as it carries over the top and is fading by that point, generally put you in a pretty good spot with a fairway or a distance driver. And we got Alex here throwing a nice, looks to have a much better width on this one than he did last round. And gets over the creek. And we'll leave him with a very awkward 12-metre downhill putt.
Yeah, we'll have that low ceiling branch so that tree perched himself up next to. Yeah, quite a scary putt, but I can't see why he's not running it.
Yeah, it's something Alex would very much be likely to run.
This late in the tournament, I feel like he sort of has to anyway.
Yeah, he'll be looking to try to pick up a spot on the podium there off Rob or Noisy if they let up at all. So he'll be running putts. We got Noisy with a little flex forehand here, or turnover forehand up shot with his Eclipse Pilot once again, I believe.
Yeah, he's played that one well.
Yeah, that's good. It's right to where you want it. Lands near the base of the pin and checks up.
Alex not going to a knee.
Surprising from this spot. You tend to see the knee putt from there.
Yeah, I'd be keen to see how much of the low ceiling he actually. Might have had a little window through there.
Yep, might have found a little bit of a light spot to get some full commitment, and yeah, there's some uncommitted putts on this basket, and there's a really good putt.
Yeah.
So I'm never allowed to complain about baskets not catching my putts, because that's 3 ridiculous spit outs you've had on these baskets today.
Yep. This round.
in this round even, let alone. Yeah, I will never understand how that did not stick. It was dead center, perfect height, a little bit of hyzer angle, so it should just cut through and sit, but
yeah, look, with my putting style, I tend to jam it in there. I give it a bit of pace, and I do get spit outs. I expect maybe 1 a tournament, but a couple more than that. But yeah, that was disgusting. It was low in centre. I couldn't have really putted it much better.
Yeah, it's a really unfortunate combo, your style of putting and the disc golf park baskets. With the single row, with the single chain ring at the bottom holding the chain links together, tends to make those real aggressive push putts bounce back out. I know Aaron Gossage would not be a fan of these baskets if he was playing down here.
Definitely not. Seems to get to the pole quite quickly.
That it does. And here we step up to the last of our temporary holes on this course. Hole 19, so 156 par 4. Not playing anywhere near as short as 156, probably playing much closer to 200. These guys will be looking to throw a nice 110 metre drive out of here and leave themselves some kind of angle on the approach. Not an ultra complex or wide array of shots you're going to see here. We're going to see 4 stock hyzers, maybe a little bit of flip up out of Alex and Rob, and then looking to find themselves a nice angle on the approach to the basket.
Yeah, it's an interesting hole. I was trying to play the flip up. I was going quite flippy, but throwing it on a knife hyzer angle and letting it flip up. It's the easiest way to get distance when going uphill. It's hard to throw a pure hyzer at 150 metres up a hill. So let a flippier disc with more glide flip up and you'll find you'll get more distance up hills.
Perfect. Getting a pro tip here from one of Australia's best young players. Take that one on board, fellas, because this guy knows how to throw uphill. Just check out how he did at Poimena hole 2.
Rob also knows how to throw uphill with that approach. He's put that one at the base. And I don't doubt it, he'll be taking the birdie.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great shot from Rob, and obviously a very strong putter. You expect him to tap that one in. We got Alex throwing his upshot through here now. Nice wide, skipping back towards the basket. Sits on that tree at about 4 metres. He'll be very happy with that one. And then yourself landing it on the tee pad of which the basket's sitting on and skipping about 3 or 4 metres long. And
I just lay up for Noisy. That tree coming to play too much. Unfortunate little sort of kick off that tree on the approach.
Yeah, didn't quite give him enough room to give it the loft or width to cash it in.
That sort of wanted to come back out, but no doubt. Alex for the birdie. I'll take the birdie as well. Noisy coming here to clean up for his par. Yeah, 1 hole to play.
We're getting right down to the wire a bit, and it looks as though the event results should be wrapped up. But as far as the last minute collapses, I mean, you never know what can happen here at Mundaring. There's a lot of aggressive OB on this last hole, and
yeah,
if the baskets decide to keep spitting you back out, you might not be able to finish it off.
Never know. Yeah, it could still be going when the sun sets.
That's the one. And we got that OB line just sitting there short side of the green, about 4, maybe 5 metres away from the basket at the shortest point. It's a very, very tight OB line.
Yeah, I'd be keen to see hopefully some ace runs. I know Alex likes to ace run this hole. He throws the driver, skips one up. As there's not too much danger, although it's an island green, the hole does force you to push it past the basket, just like I have there, which allows people like Alex to actually give it a little bit of a skip ace run. So hopefully here, we'll be able to see that.
Yep, and I'm just going with his Team Innova champion Firebird.
He's not an ace run, but he's going to go ahead and park it, and he'll take the birdie on the last hole.
Yep, he'll be very happy with that way to finish the event. Probably a back-to-back birdie finish, especially after not being his perfect day.
Sit down.
And Rob with a very nice backhand result, sticking just short of the OB line. Give himself a birdie look on the last hole. Noisy going with that praxis once again. Getting a nice amount of turn. Getting to check up.
Ah, well. Right next to Rob. Let's reunite again.
They make the same big putts. They land on the same spots. And unfortunately, Rob not quite able to convert.
Wonder if Noisy's going to avoid following him here. He does.
He avoids it. He sneaks over the cage. Cashes in to finish himself at a very handy 13 under par for the event.
Yeah.
Alex will tap that one in to get himself to 10. And I think, are we about to see Rob tap in here, or are we going to see an unceremonious finish? Yep. And the basket may have tried to spit that one back out.
Yeah, look, it was very low, but it didn't want to stay in those chains for very long. Bounced straight into the cage. But, oh well, it's in the basket.
And with that, we have the final cards tapping in on hole 18 for MPO. And we have a winner emerging out of the top. Sitting at 17 under par, our winner for Okthrowberfest was Mr. Blake Houston.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, definitely felt good. Get a late tournament win in the year, back-to-back at Okthrowberfest. Hopefully looking to three-peat next year, but you never know. There's some tough competition arriving in the WA disc golf scene. It was awesome battle today. Definitely was interesting in the middle of that round. Noisy and Rob, they kept me honest. But yeah, awesome to get a late win in the year.
Yeah, of course, with Okthrowberfest being the Mundaring Club Championships, Blake will now also be able to have his face continue to be displayed in the clubhouse. So if you're ever up in Mundaring having a beer after a round, do try to find Blake's face. It's somewhere on the wall. I'm sure you'll find it as club champion. Beautiful. And with that, we come to the end of our 2023 Okthrowberfest at Mundaring coverage. We want to have a massive thank you to PRKD Media for allowing us to get this footage sent across, edited up, and ready to go for us. It's an awesome opportunity for us to be able to provide a bit of disc golf content from WA through the use of highly skilled people out of Victoria. So shout out to Kyle, Ash, everyone in the team. Thank you guys for all the help. And with that, we will catch you guys in the next WA tournament.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hopefully get some more tournament coverage out of WA in the coming year.
Awesome. Thank you guys for coming along, and we'll catch you later. See ya.
Cheers.